Hey you guys, hold on, it's a little cramped in here. Let me just... That's better. I want to show you guys a little behind the scenes process of me making a character for content that I'm about to do. So let's just jump right into it. Just for a disclaimer, I am not a professional makeup artist. I am self-taught and everything that I do is pretty trial and error. So take that as you will. I am genuinely really excited to do this. So first thing I'm going to do is cover my eyebrows because I still want to keep them. I feel like that would be kind of handy in the future. I like kind of blowing up, okay. I like heating mine up by breathing on it. Some people lick it. I don't do that. I don't lick my, okay, this conversation isn't. So first things first. Okay, but I am going to just cover my eyebrows with glue. I am very excited to film this because it is for a TikTok trend. I don't really know what it's called, but the dance itself is called bootaks, or the dance style. I'm not too sure, but I think it originated in the Philippines. Either way, I was planning on making my own bald cap, but I am limited in time. So I am just gonna use this little guy right here. It's pretty cheap, but I think it'll do the job. It gave me a headache. I have to redo it. Wow. What a look. What am I doing? I'm grabbing a wig cap. A little ASMR. We will just, whoops. I don't even have a reference image pulled up. I feel like that's not a very smart idea. Just going off of memory. Reference image. I'm using this bald cap to try to save time because I usually make my own. But since it's so cheap, I don't know how it's gonna go. Let me see here. This bun is a problem, I think. Because it's sticking out so far. Hold on. Like I said, guys, a lot of trial and error. We haven't even begun with the makeup yet. Think about that. Okay. Okay, you know what? You know what? This actually works. I'm going to be using the Midnight Liquid Latex. So we will try this out for size. I feel like I should cut. Just the smell of that is horrible. I'm just gonna put some latex right under just to kind of seal this bad boy up a little bit. We'll just see how this goes. This is also very, very different for me. I usually just sit in silence. Life is about new experiences. So for Halloween last year, I made these latex strips out of liquid latex and paper towels, and it was for Pinhead. And I made so many of them and didn't know what to do with them. And now I feel like they'll come in handy. So we're really happy I did that. Kept them for a year. This is fine. This is perfect, actually. Oh, I'm excited. This is gonna look good. This is gonna look good. When I was making these latex strips, my freaking whole house smelled like latex for a week. I want to... Don't do this, you guys. Don't cut things near your face. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? Snatched. So I've actually never played Silent Hill, nor watched the movies, because I am not that big of a fan of horror movies, believe it or not, or horror games. I love creating horror, but do not like consuming it. I'm trying to think if I should kind of even do something like that, you know? Kind of jigsaw-y. I wonder if I should keep this kind of thick. Yeah, I should keep this thickness, you know? It's thick. Ooh, looking cute.
She kind of bad though.
So I understand that the nurses in Silent Hill, they're more bandaged and wrapped. Or some of them, they even have just a smooth finish. But what I'm trying to do is just create this kind of weird bandagey, fleshy base. And then maybe work on top of that and detail it out. and I decided to zone out. So let me fill you guys in on what I am doing. I'm just continuing that process of adding those wide latex strips along my head and face, overlapping them on top of each other and trying to fill that surface area as much as possible. To protect my eyebrows even more, I lined the area around them with latex and placed dry pieces of paper towel on them. To be honest, that doesn't really add that much protection, it just makes me feel better. So here I am, cutting those pretty little latex strips. I'm continuously layering them on top of those bigger slabs you already saw me apply. There isn't really any technique to this, I'm just eyeballing where I think the piece fits best. The beauty of doing these kinds of monstrous looks is that you really can't mess up. Your mistakes can easily turn into a detail to add to your look. Okay, well, that is what we have so far. I'm really liking it. I really think that these latex strips saved me, because I feel like this would have been very time consuming. If you do want to make these latex strips, they are super easy. It's just they do take a bit of time to dry. What I did was I got a bowl of liquid latex and I dunked some paper towels in it, some strips of paper towels, and then I got a flat surface and just laid it there and let it dry overnight. And yeah, they're great. They are very handy for looks like this, that is for sure. I was very careful adding these strips around my eye. I made sure not to push down so that there was still a little space between my eye and the latex strips. Now that my base is done, I'm grabbing a colorful makeup palette to detail everything out. I'm taking a dark brown and adding it inside the creases to really make them pop, then dusting the same brown around the whole base. I then blended in a dark red around the brown, then a yellow to add to the dirtiness of the character, adding some blood streaks for that added horror. My favorite detail is topping everything with a layer or two of clear liquid latex to add to this wet-like finish. Painting is probably the funnest part of making these kind of monstrous looks because that's when the monster can really come alive. So just have fun with it. There's really no rules to it. Just kind of add where you see fit. And if you feel like you've added too much color in one spot, if it's looking a little too dark, just grab your latex and do a couple layers on it because I feel like that mutes the color. Once I felt like I had a pretty good direction of where I was going with the paint job, I felt confident enough to cover my other eye. While I was doing this, I made sure that I had one little strip of sight in between the two latex strips. Adding in my final touches and blending that out with the rest of the look. Grabbing a random brush, I just dirtied up my neck as much as I could. And there you have it, that is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I really enjoyed making it. All of the products that I used or are similar, I have linked down below if you guys want to check that out. Let me know if you guys enjoy watching these kinds of videos and I can make more of them. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night or day or wherever you are, and see you in more videos. Bye-bye.